In the last lecture, we saw the definition of information security control. Now let us have a look at the classification of security controls. Security controls are classified into three types: preventive controls, detective control, and a corrective control. Preventive control, that is the first class, discourages or prevents the appearance of the problems. And the detective control is the search for, detect and identify the problems, and corrective controls are used to solve and prevent the reoccurrence of different issues. Important note here is these different types of controls are interlinked. For example, the implementation of an antivirus solution is a preventive control as it provides protection against malware, right? But at the same time, listen carefully, at the same time, the antivirus is a detective measure when it detects a potential virus. Simultaneously, it provides a corrective measure when suspicious file is quarantined or deleted. So these controls are, interrelated, but you have to make sure that you understand the major differences between these. Now, preventive control. It actually discourages or prevents the occurrence of problems. That is, detect the problems even before they occur, control the operations, or prevent error or omissions or malicious acts. Examples can be separate development and testing environment, restriction of access to systems, publishing an ISMS policy, hiring only qualified personnel people, and using cryptography or access control software that only allows authorized personnel to access sensitive files. The next type of security control is a detective control. Now, the goal of this detective control is to search for and identify the problems and the incidents. So examples can be integration of checkpoints in the applications, echo control in telecommunications, alarms to detect smoke, heat, fire, monitoring system resources, alarm triggering, as I said, detect break-ins and video cameras, then technical review of applications after a modification of the operation system, then detection of potential intrusion on networks with an IDS system or user access rights. Now the last security control is a corrective control. Now the goal of corrective control is to overcome the problems that have already been discovered and to prevent them from happening again. So the main objective of corrective controls is to minimize the impact of a threat, overcome problems discovered by the detection controls, identify the cause of the main problem, correct the errors arising from a problem, and modify the processing system to reduce the presence of future minimum problems. Examples can include review of the security policy after the integration of a new division to the organization, appeal to the authorities to report a computer crime, and change all the passwords of the systems, implementation of patches, enabling BC control plan. So these are examples of different security controls, but when it comes to your understanding, make sure you understand the examples of preventive controls, detective controls, and corrective controls. If someone asks you during your interview about differentiation between these controls with the help of examples, you should be able to properly answer the question. That is it, folks. In the next lecture, we will see the relationship between the different information security aspects like threat, vulnerability, and risks. I hope you're enjoying this course and I hope your fundamentals of information security are getting cleared. If you're really enjoying this course, I would just like you to please rate our course because your feedback is very valuable to us. So I hope that you will rate our course immediately after this lecture. I will wait to see your personal feedback, and on receiving your review, I will personally thank you. So I will see you in the next lecture.